Senate President Soto said, baka may ibang plano si Lord. Yun din ang sinabi ko, di ba? Baka ito plano ni Lord. So kung plano ni Lord na 1 day lang ako, 2 weeks lang ako, 2 months, ang prayer ko lang, God, put me where you want me to do what you want me to do. And that's not an easy question. You have to keep discerning. You have to keep reading the Bible. You have to keep asking godly people. You have to surround yourself with the best information. So, for many of those who were on the side of declaring war on drugs, it was not about extrajudicial killing because we do not excuse that. Because ang sinasabi nga natin, you have to do it the right way. The other side of the coin naman is yung nagsasabing it was a front at maraming pinatay na inosente o kaya pag-addict imbis na ipagamot or instead of dalhin sa rehab, pinapatay. On the side lang kaya nga po trumiple yung dami na nasa jails kasi hindi po pinapatay, dinadala sa jail. Kaya nga po dumami ang ating mga rehab center at lumaki ang budget sa rehab, not only during Duterte's time but also during Aquino's time and Duterte and now Marcos, yung rehab, lumalaki yan. But yung paglobo sa jail, yun ang example. So what do I mean by that? So pag sinabi mong right to life, everyone will claim that God is on their side. So kung nandun ka sa drug war, sasabihin mo, God is on our side kasi ayaw ni Lord ng drugs. Kung nandun ka naman sa side na extrajudicial killing yan, of course God will be for the right of life, di ba? Ngayon, ang question kasi, was it a policy na magkaroon ng extrajudicial killing or not, di ba? So I won't go into the merits or demerits of those arguments. I just want to point out to you how come napaka-emotional, napaka-importante yung debate when we talk about God and then we say, is He on our side? So let me just first establish, we have to be on His side. Secondly, why even involve or invoke God's will, God's ways, God's thoughts, God's law? Well, because from the start of the world, there's a lying spirit. Yung pong nagsabi kay Eve. Sabi po kay Eve, if you eat the forbidden fruit, you will become like God. So, they had perfection with their bodies, with creation, with Garden of Eden, everything. Pero, lied to para nga mahulog. That's why nga fallen ang mankind, di ba? So, ang point ko po, if you take out God from the equation, from our society, from our schools, from our laws, from the Senate, from the House, from Malacanang, we will truly be lost. So, does it sometimes cause offense if someone talks about the Bible, talks about the religion? Alam niyo po, in Taguig, laki po kasi ako sa different parts of Taguig. Meron nga kaming lugar doon, parang halos isang kalye lang na paikot ay halos lahat ng religion may simbahan. And then of course, the biggest Muslim population is in Taguig. It's in Maharlika Village. And since the 90s, pag nag-attend ako ng activity, may Quran reading before any activity. So, why is it offensive if the Quran is read or a pastoral letter is read or verses are read for as long as it is not used to say na ako tama, ikaw mali. Or for as long as hindi used for deceit. I agree with you, Bible scholars who will say, and tama po kayo, na even the devil can quote scripture. The devil knows that there is God. He's just rebelling against God. Diba? So, ang point ko po, there are guidelines on what we're supposed to do. But you cannot take God out of the Creator. Siya may alam ng purpose. Hindi dapat i-abuse, pero mali din yung sabihin mong don't use. But siguro ang tamang use is tayo ang gamitin ni Lord, hindi tayo ang gumamit kay Lord. The example I used last week is that I really like the prayer of Senator Pangilinan and then Senator Soto, no, if I'm not mistaken. But both sides, listening to that prayer that was so pure, both sides believe na sila ang on the side of the truth. So, ano tama doon? Lord, kami ang isasabi ng totoo, doon ka sa side namin. Or tama yung Lord, sana nandun kami sa side mo. So guys, those are the two things I want to emphasize today. One, God has to be the center of everything. Siya ang lumikha sa atin, siya ang may purpose, siya may alam ng katotohanan, siya ang may tamang plano. Number two, us being on God's side, not God being on our side. Number 3, communication, next generation. You know, God works in generations. So katulad ng kahit sino na gusto ng pagbabago ngayon, the younger you are, the more idealistic but also the more active. Talagang mapusok, di ba? And that's not negative, that's positive. It's good that young people are active, are analyzing, are asking questions. It's good that some parents are having a hard time. It's not good that they're having a hard time, but it's good that their children are asking questions. Having said that, it's been proven again and again and again that the noisier ones in Facebook, in SOCMED, in Instagram, on TikTok, doesn't mean they're the correct one. Ang pinakamaingay sa Garden of Eden, yung serpent eh. Siya yung salita ng salita na kainin mo yan, Eve, but it turned out na mali. So I'm also not saying that the majority cannot organically express their sentiments. No? What I'm saying is that kailangan may sukatan. Diba? So for us Christians, ang sukatan, salita ng Diyos. So it's important to communicate, to discuss, and I want to inject something here. Love your enemy. Kung maka-Diyos talaga tayo, sabi po sa Bible, love your enemy. Hindi sinabing listen lang to your enemy, hindi sinabing respect your enemy, hindi sinabing forgive your enemy. Ang sinabi, love your enemy. So if you like someone, you're praying for them, that's good. But if you hate someone, pray for them. You know when you pray for someone you hate, you're actually helping yourself. Kasi ang heart, parang matter yan. Diba? Ang matter, it's something that occupies space. Diba? So, ang heart mo, napupuno din yan. So, kung puno ng hate yan, inaagawan yung space for love. So, siguro the past 2 days, ang aking po talagang happiness is to be with my pamangkins. Sila na po yung mga anak namin so far, no? And bigla akong tinanong, so nagche-chess kami nung isang pamangkin ko, and then others like sports, football, basketball, yung isa mahilig mag-coding, yung isa po napakalapit sa Diyos and he really likes to talk about the Bible and God. So yung isa po, tinanong niya ako na, Papi ang tawag nila sa akin. So sabi, Papi, what's happening? Usually naman yun ang expression niya, parang what's happening, saan tayo punta today? What's happening, dito lang ba tayo sa bahay? Or papasyal? But sabi ko, what do you mean? Kasi it was late at night. Sabi niya, what's happening sa Senate? I won't tell you na how I answered, but I was not that happy of the way, I really knew I couldn't just tell him, you'll understand when you're older. I also knew that I cannot give him a 1-hour explanation of all political issues. What's the ICC? What's protective custody? What's an attack? Why 13? Etc. No? So having said that, I figured out a way, and I praise God for the opportunity. So if you have young children, and you want them to have a neutral explanation of what we're going through as a nation, I thought of a way, I received this way of explaining through Pokemon. Okay, what do I mean? So if I can do it all over again, and my pamangkin says, what's happening? I'll start with Mega Dream. Okay, so everyone has dreams. And we're taught in this world to think big, dream big. Lalo sa Taguig, yun ang ano namin, may kanta pa na think big, dream big. So itong series na to, Mega Dream. So let me start with this, no? Everyone has a dream. And I really believe that God plants a dream in us. But of course, the devil also plants wrong dreams in us. So how do you achieve your dream? Order. But part of our dream is to have perfect order. Perfect order was experienced in Eden during creation. But with the fallen man, ang dami na nangyari afterwards, whether you talk about Cain and Abel, whether you talk about Noah's Ark, whether you look around at all the evil, the corruption, the disrespect of children to their parents, the covetousness, di ba, yung adultery, lahat ng pag-usapan mo, walang perfect order. Pero kung ididikit mo, ang Mega Dream, kadikit talaga ng perfect order. Kaya talagang, sabi ko, God has a way of putting things together even in small things. Why? So, to be able to have a mega dream and a perfect order, you need heroes. So, lumabas yung Ascended Hero. So, nung una yung Mega Dream, then yung Perfect Order, then Ascended Human. So, yung nababasa natin sa comic books or napapanood natin sa Netflix or napapanood natin sa sine, yan yung mga heroes. Kaya nga, so ang problema ngayon, sa algorithm natin, sa ating political thinking, parang rumble ng fraternity members na kung patayan na o gulpihan na, I don't care about who's right and wrong. Doon lang ako sa kakampi ko, di ba? So, explaining to young people that there's always a dream, and of course, the better the order or perfect order, mas madali. But then, sinong bida, sinong kontrabida? Ano yung kalalabas lang, kung hindi ako nagkakamali kahapon? Chaos rising. So actually, ito pinag-uusapan kahit sa Senate, no? Chaos. But what brings chaos? Nung maayos lahat sa kagustuhan ng Panginoon, walang chaos di ba? Pero since then, every time na sabi sa akin po ng isang kaibigan si Noy, sabi niya, wag ka nang mag-isip pa. Kasi simple lang, matino ka. Gusto mo matino yung Senate, so guguluhin ka talaga. So chaos is not only brought by bad people who want to destroy something good. It's also brought by bad people who want the status quo not to change, who wants to prevent good people from changing. So am I saying kami good, sila bad? No, what I'm saying, there are 24 senators, there are different political leanings, there are a lot of issues, but just like parents, hindi ba una parati sa parents' health, your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health, your financial health, di ba? So, sobra po ang pinagdadaan ng ating bansa ngayon. So, we have to explain to young people, the economy is in bad shape. All around the world, many countries are the same, di ba? Prices of gas is so high, and the price of gas affects everything else. May problema tayo sa dollar-peso exchange rate, which brings more problems. So, kumbaga parang domino effect yung sa presyo ng gasolina. So, because of that, food prices are also rising. Because of that, in the future planting seasons, may problema sa fertilizer, may problema sa weather because of the super El Nino. So, from our mega dream to the perfect order, to the ascended heroes, to the chaos rising, life is like that, di ba? But unlike Pokemon, which is a game, and it's for collectors, you're dealing with real lives here and not imagination. So, for example, sa Monday, will we rise above and try to articulate people's dreams? Will we rise above the political fray? So for example, sabi, parang walang nangyari. Hindi po. Hindi natin minimenos yung nangyari noong May 13. Ang sinasabi natin, let's deal with it professionally. Let's have an independent investigation. Let's wait for all of the results. In the meantime, let us show the Filipino people that the Senate is the Senate. That we care about PhilHealth, about yung gamot, about flu shots na hindi pa rin dumadating, about problema sa mga ospital na kulang ng gamit. Let's show people that we care about scholarships. We care whether tumaas o hindi yung tuition fee. Let's show people that we care about the tricycle drivers, the Grab drivers, the jeepney drivers, the taxi drivers. Diba? We're an archipelago. Mas hirap yung mga nasa island living natin. So, guys, I'll stop here, but I'll just remind everyone, hindi pwedeng wala si God sa usapan. Let's not abuse God, let's not use God, let's be used by God. That's why when former Senate President Soto said, baka may ibang plano si Lord, yun din ang sinabi ko, di ba? Baka ito plano ni Lord. So kung plano ni Lord na 1 day lang ako, 2 weeks lang ako, 2 months, ang prayer ko lang, God, put me where you want me to do what you want me to do. And that's not an easy question. You have to keep discerning, you have to keep reading the Bible, you have to keep asking godly people. You have to surround yourself with the best information. Yung impeachment trial, madali Just be impartial. No? Maayos lang yung takbo. Evaluate the evidence. Follow the rules. Be impartial. Pero yung how to help our economy, how to help the poorest of the poor, napakahirap ng question niya kasi extraordinary yung problema. So let me end there. Pag extraordinary yung problema, kailangan extraordinary din yung solusyon natin. So dun sa mga nananawagan ng pagkakaisa, those who are asking for unity, we have to have extraordinary unity. And we can only do that if we love our enemies. So this weekend, can we continue praying? Can we continue reflecting? And pwede ba part of our reflection, rather than mag-bash tayo, mag-isip tayo, how do we get our leaders together and how do we get them to focus on what's more important. Kasi kung dalawa grupo, eto isa, eto kabila, pag-pray lang natin, sana ang grupo na to, and then meron yan, hindi kasundo. Nandito sa grupo na to, eto hindi kasundo. But how do our leaders go? Diba? And get behind God. And follow God. So again guys, let it be a prayerful weekend, and a weekend where we reflect. So lahat sa inyo na nagpe-pray, nag-intercede, lalo po dun sa nagpa-fast, maraming salamat sa inyo. God bless you. Good afternoon everyone.